If you don't have any experience as an aircraft maintenance engineer apprentice, put these 3 things in your resume. The first one I'm going to talk about is by highlighting any school projects in your resume. So the reason why this is so important is because when I was in school, we actually did a lot of practical projects whereby we used a lot of calibrating tools, we use a lot of end tools. And guys, you got to understand that in real life as an aircraft maintenance engineer, right, you're going to be using those tools in real life. Torque wrench, for example, you're going to be using it in real life. So I don't know why you're not highlighting it in your resume, right? So what I do now for apprentices that I help to build their resume is, I notice they don't have any experience. I'm like, okay, in school, what kind of projects do you guys do? So let's say, for example, they adjusted the tension, right, for a Cessna aircraft, right? So what I do is in their skills, I put adjusted tension for Cessna 250, right? I'm not only showing the company that I have used these tools, but I'm showing them that at least I have some fundamental experience using these tools. I'm not saying you should put tensiometer. You can put any type of experience you had in your project, right? In terms of like the tools you use. I use calibration tools and hand tools. You will not be able to highlight those in your resume because as an apprentice with experience, I know the struggle, right? And this is something you got to be able to show that you at least have some hands-on experience. Yes, the education experience is good. You have your accreditation, yes. But at the end of the day, to become a good aircraft maintenance engineer, you got to be good with your hands also, right? And you having some type of hands-on experience goes a long way. And if you don't have working experience, it's okay. But in school, you actually use your hands to do some projects. So I don't see the fact whereby you're not highlighting that in your resume. So if you do any school projects in school, take that school project, put it on ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT, I did this project in school. How can I put this in my resume to make me look like a qualified candidate for an apprentice job, regardless of my experience, right? You want to be able to highlight it. I'm not saying write a long ass sentence regarding your project, right? But highlight some really key keywords. Use calibration tools. You use end tools. If you are applying to an aircraft, to a airline or a company that works on M1 that works on M1 aircraft, right? And you're in school and you actually did projects on M1 aircraft, I don't see the fact whereby you're not highlighting that in your resume. Let's say you're applying to a company that works mostly on Cessnas or King Air, right? And in school, you worked on Cessna 250. I don't see why you're not putting that in your resume, right? You know what I'm saying? So regardless of if you don't have experience, there's some stuff you do in school that you can actually take an advantage and put it in your resume and make it look more. I'm not saying you should lie. Don't lie your resume. Please do not lie. Don't lie your resume. And I don't support that. But you got to be able to be honest and also play with your strength, right? So that's the first thing I want to say. Please highlight any projects that you did in school. It should not be more than 2 sentences. Take the 2 important ones. Calibration, use calibration tools, use end tools, any type of tools that you feel like in real life you're going to be using, highlight it in your resume. So that way companies can see, okay, yes, this person has some type of, fundamental experience. This person has some type of knowledge about hand tools. Now I'm telling you, man, this is stuff you got to do on your resume. This is something I help apprentices with. The second one I'm going to talk about is by highlighting real life skills in your resume. There are some skills that we have as human beings, regardless of what career you are. I don't care what career you are. You can be working for IT, you can be working as a lawyer, you can be working as a doctor, you can be working as an engineer. There are some skills that is applicable to every career. The first one I'm going to talk about is communication, working in teams, punctual. Guys, those are skills companies are looking for. I guarantee you, if you look at any job description, regardless of the company, you are going to see those skills. You're going to see communication, someone that has communication skills, someone that is able to work in team, someone that is punctual. I don't know why you're not putting that on your resume. Why are you not putting that on your resume? Guys, you got to be able to play the game too. I always have the mentality of playing a game, regardless of how hard it is, right? There are some ways you can force yourself in, right? So whenever you are building your resume, you want to be able to highlight those skills. And for your skills, I usually recommend you to write maybe like max 6 or 7. Right? I don't want you writing 20 skills, right? Look at the job description. Okay, what are the skills they're looking for? They're looking for someone that has communication skills, punctual. Okay. I copy, put it on ChatGPT or whatever. I copy, put that shit on my resume. That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm doing. And the reason why I'm actually saying this is because I'm noticing a lot of companies are using AI system, whereby they have an AI filtering system, whereby it's going to filter your resume based on their requirements. So if you don't have the requirement, the HR is not even going to see those. Not even going to see your resume, right? So that's why I usually tell people, I made in my last video, please build your resume according to for each company. Don't have one resume for every company. Build your resume for each company. Those are stuff I usually tell apprentices to do. This is something I do for apprentices also. So you have some real life qualification skills that you have that you can actually put in your resume. Please do not hesitate to put that. Communication skills, teamwork, punctual, someone that is attentive to details. Those are the skills you got to be able to put in your resume. I'm guarantee you, once you start making those difference in your resume, I'm guarantee you, man, you're going to be getting some interview calls. The last one I'm going to talk about, this is for people that already have some experience, regardless of the company you work for, is by highlighting your logbook progress. The reason why I made this is because I recently worked with an apprentice whereby I helped him look for a job, right? And the guy told me he had some experience back home, right? But when he came here, he had to start over again, right? I'm like, okay, do you know if you have experience back home, you can actually, it counts towards your licensing here, right? He said, no, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about it. I'm like you gotta, that is something that actually counts not only towards your license, but also counts towards your logbook, right? So what I did was I highlighted the fact that he had some experience back home, right? So I highlighted on the resume and I put logbook 20% in progress. Boom. Boom. That's it. That's what I do, and hopefully very soon he's gonna get a call. This is something I helped him to do today, so I'm hoping by the end of this week he's gonna get a call for an interview. You know what I mean? So if you're an apprentice that have some type of experience back home and you don't have experience in Canada, do not put those experience you had back home, regardless of the experience. You want to put it on your resume. Put it on your resume. Please put it on your resume, right? Because you got to understand that, right? You having an experience back home does not make any difference, regardless of the country. An experience in Nigeria is working on aircraft. There's no difference. We are all working on aircraft, right? It does not matter the country you're working on. You have experience back home in Cancun, or I don't care where it is. Please put that on your resume, right? And guys, those are the three things I would say you should highlight in your resume if you're an apprentice with no experience. And this is something I help apprentices with in terms of building a resume, preparing them for job application, helping them with interviews. So if you're an apprentice that need that type of help, you need someone to guide you through, you need someone to build a resume for you, click the link in the description and book a call, and let me see how I can help you out. All right, for you guys that are new to my channel, my name is Peter. I'm a licensed aircraft maintenance engineer, and I help aircraft maintenance engineer apprentices with job application. I also help aircraft maintenance engineer apprentices with their cars examination. I also have hundreds of videos on my channel regarding aircraft maintenance engineering. So if you find my video informative, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys.